Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. I'm Mr. Lamb.
I'm Mrs. Lamb.
And today we're going to talk about percent increase or decrease.
How things change.
How things change.
Now, let's learning target. I can solve practical problems using percent increase or decrease. But what does that mean?
Well, why don't we I think we have something that we can show them what it means.
Okay. Percent increase or decrease.
You're going to need something to write with.
Yep, something to write
I'm
with.
going to give you black. I think it shows up better.
Oh, okay. So, percent increase or decrease is the change, and I like to use the word change in two numbers. We're going to look at that, but all it means is it's a subtraction problem. We're going to subtract the two numbers.
We're going to find the difference between two
Difference.
things.
We're going to put it over the initial or the what did we use before that? Original number. Initial.
She likes to use the word initial, and I like to use the word original, so she's giving
she's
giving me my way a little bit here.
Okay, and then we times that by 100, and that's where we get that percent.
Yeah.
Now, it kind of looks weird, and it's one of those things that they don't ever give you this formula. You have to know it. So some people want to just subtract the two percentages and say that's the change, but that's not what it is. So watch very carefully. Stick with us. You'll see it's not hard, but you do have to know some things. Would you like to start?
I'll do this first one. Okay, so Janiyah improved her math grade from a 72 to an 84. That's wonderful. I kind of wish all of you would do that.
Yes.
By doing all of her work. Ooh, can I please?
Yes, go back.
Oh, I gotta go back though.
Give yourself permission to write.
Oh gosh.
All right, we'll
One of these days I'll get there. I got so excited about seeing her do all her work. All her work. All her work. I love that. And the extra credit. Okay, enough of that. We'll get back to the actual problem now. Okay, so what is her percent increase Janiyah accomplished? So, like we said, we're going to start off with the change. So we're going to have change.
Or different or change.
Over original.
Original. That's the starting number. That's where she was.
Okay, and then of course,
started.
we want percent, so we're going to multiply that by 100.
Okay.
So what was the change, Mrs. Lamb?
Well, if you have 72, you go up to an 84, that's a change of 12.
12. So we'll put 12 here.
And then you divide it by...
And the original number was what?
Her 72. That's what
was
she started.
72. Excellent. So she started out with a 72. She went to an 84. We know the change is 12. And we're going to put that over the original number.
By 72.
And we're going to find out that that equals...
0.16 repeating. But we're not done.
No, of course we're not done because that's not percent.
No.
And we want to know what the percent change was. So we're going to take that and we're going to multiply it by 100.
Now, I would probably do that all in one step.
Well, sure you would, but I wanted to show them.
Okay. So you get, if I can write 16 and of course 0.6 repeating percent.
Now, of course, me, if I was giving you credit for this, I would go ahead and right away just give you 17%. Because I would round it off to the percent.
It kind of depends on how they're asking the question.
Exactly.
So, I mean, personally, me, I'd give you all three of those. But anyway.
Yeah, really. If you're not sure what they're asking for, give it to them in all of
give us all the different ways.
Okay.
All right, let's
ready to move on?
Yep. So, in this
Your
one,
turn.
a shoe company changed the price of its most popular shoe from $99.98 to $89.95. Wow, that's nice. For a holiday sale. What is the percent decrease in the cost of the shoe for the consumers? I'm going to actually write down what I'm using. Okay? Now, I would probably never do this on a piece of paper. I would do this like this.
Then we would punch it into the handy dandy calculator.
Yes, and then the original was the 99.98, and then times 100. So again, the change in the two numbers, the difference between those. So
I can help you out there.
99.98 minus 89.95. That gives us $10.03.
Ooh, I like it.
Divided by 99.98. And then I'm going to just do times 100. Divided by 99.98. And then times, and you know what? You almost always get an ugly decimal that just goes on forever. And you round to the nearest, usually whole percentage. In this case, 10%.
Excellent.
It was a 10% decrease for that holiday sale.
Very
That's
nice.
all it is.
And that's really all there is to percent change. It's just finding out what the change was divided by what you started with, and then multiply that by 100.
Yeah. Okay.
So we'll do you know how many more we have?
I think we have 2 more.
2 more, okay, cool. I'll do this one then.
All right.
Oh, there we go. It says, what is the percent increase when the number of jellyfish changes from 1,308 or 1,308 to 2,695 in the local jellyfish display at the aquarium? Jellyfish do that, they multiply like really fast.
All right.
Okay, so we have 1,308, 2,695, so we got to find the difference in those two. Okay, so we got 2,695 minus 1,308 gives me
1,387.
1,387. So our change is 1,387.
Divided
Okay,
by.
now, here's again, always the part that you got to make sure of. Well, what was the initial? How many jellyfish were in there before the change? And there were, to start with, from this to that.
Yep.
Ooh, this looks like it's going to be more than 100% change.
It is. And then times our 100%. And
What'd you
I
get?
will give you 106%.
106%. So sometimes you will get changes that are greater than 100%.
Yes, you will. All right.
Okay.
Let's try
I
the
think we
next
have
one.
one more.
I do believe. Letitia had a drop in her math grade. Oh no, from a 96 to a 90.
You know, it might have been some of that
after
hard stuff.
the latest math test. Yeah. What is the percent decrease? Now we do see it's going down for sure. 96 to 90 is a difference of 6. She started at a 96, so it's 6 divided by 96 times 100.
So that's not that bad a change.
6 divided by 96 times 100, and we get a 6.25% decrease. Now, I wrote the 0.25 because it was a decimal that ended.
Well, and plus, I'm
Which is
really
good.
glad you did put 6.25% because a lot of times students think percent change, they would look at this and they would go, well, she went from a 96 to a 90, so she has a 6% change.
Yeah.
Well, percent change isn't exactly that way. It's not just, well, what was the difference in the percentages?
No.
Right? So I'm really glad she wrote the 0.25 because had she just wrote 6%, some of you might have looked at it and said, well, of course it was a 6% drop.
Subtract
But it's
the
really
numbers.
not. It's really more than 6% because this was a 96 to start, not 100.
Okay? So you always do want to use that same formula. And again, it's the change in the two numbers divided by the original times 100.
Yep.
That's all it is. Okay? So, if you are confused at all, maybe watch the next video. If not, you got it. Return to your assignment and let's get that practice done for today. Hope you have a great one, and we'll see you on
our next
flip side.
video.
Bye.